in a melee.
The problem was the 48 just lost a left rear tire, I believe it is. The tires started rolling off, and all these guys checked up, and they got run over from behind.
I mean, we have a bunch of tore-up race cars down there. There's the Elliott Sadler, the 19 car.
There's a melee.
Johnson was slow in the backstretch and held up a bunch of cars coming off turn number 4, but there's David Gilliland and Jamie Mack. And they all piled up in one. Watch the 48.
Here he is right here. He's the guy that's, he's got them all backed up here. The tire comes off, and now they just start trying to dodge that. Gets all bottled up. Stewart's in there, and he gets hit from behind by the Cat car.
Kevin Harvick, you saw the 29 car sideways. And it was like the tread came off of the tire.
It did.
It wasn't that the wheel came off, just the whole tread.
The tread came off the tire.
See Jeff Green involved, Gilliland, and Johnson drives away. It all happens behind him.
Yeah, but he's getting in trouble right here, and he starts slowing down. I think Carl Edwards has to slow down, and then the tire comes off, and that's what confuses things.
A lot of guys in our top 10 in points, top 12 in points involved there.
Oh,
Wreck. Big wreck. A lot of cars.
Casey Mears, the 42 car, he's going to spin.
He hit the wall real hard, Larry. 42 did, 5 did.
A lot of damage to that 42 car.
42 just wiggles a little bit.
Gets into the 5, turns him to the outside wall. You see back there Jimmie Johnson, the 48 car, just almost locking it down, coming to a stop.
Casey Train does a great job right here. Doesn't panic, lets him go, gasses, good job.
Ready to lead.
So not a lot of apparent damage to Mears' car, but when he caught Kyle Busch and turned Kyle hard into the outside wall, he's okay.
Well, he's got to be a tire. Got a tire.
Dick?
Yeah, the crew has just sprung into action. He had been running so well, but they are getting ready to change tires on the number 99.
Oh, who'd he take with him?
His teammate, David Ragan.
Oh, no. And Bill Elliott piles in.
Come on around if you can.
What was up with that?
But I'm telling you, that breaks my heart for David Ragan in that 6 car. He had been running in the top 10 almost this entire race. And remember, started this race at the rear of the field because of an engine change.
Not slowing down with the right rear tire already down. I mean,
there it goes.
Walked out from under him.
He goes up the racetrack, boom, nowhere for his teammate to David Ragan to go.
And who would have thought it? And then Bill was just, I'm not sure there wasn't fluid maybe that Bill got into.
Well, Bill had Casey Mears on the inside, Darrell, and a car coming fast on the outside. Nowhere for him to go.
See the right rear there, it's just flat already, and this thing goes around, and Carl could have just kept it down.
That's a shame for David Ragan.
This pretty hard lick right in the door.
There's Mears, and yeah, Bill Elliott, no way to escape that one. Gosh.
Yeah, Mears just threaded a needle between those 2 cars.
Carl was going pretty fast to know you got a tire flat.
Yeah, when he spun, he was at 90 miles an hour on our Fox tracks.
Well, I know we're just past halfway. I don't know we have a hard luck award, but that 6 car, David Ragan, that whole group certainly would be the recipient of it.
About the Big Four in Winston Cup competition this year. Dan, we got a caution?
Yes, we do. We have 2 cars in the wall. One is Bodine, and the other is the Bobby Labonte car, the Maxwell House car.
Here they come around here, and the 22 is getting ready to make a pit stop, and a 26 hits him and doesn't see him, knocks him on in the pit. But that's what happened. The 22 was stopping, and the 26 just ran up on him so quick at running in the back of him. Just not paying attention to really what was going on.
Now, if you want to see it from trackside, take a look at this.
I don't want to see it from trackside, but anyhow, you showed it better right there. You can see that Bobby had slowed down, and they just wind up running right in the back of him.
No caution, so he will lose a lap.
Yes, he will.
No caution as Sterling Marlin has grazed the wall, running in third, and here's Harry Gant coming in.
Harry Gant probably...
Oh, 2 more cars in the wall. A hard hit up in turn 3. I think that's Dave Marcus's number 71 has really slammed the wall. So on both ends of the speedway, and look at Marcus's car, absolutely destroyed.
You can see the and the wheels are turning. Oh my Lord, he did hit it.
Marcus went over, and Marcus continued all the way around.
Yeah, he sure did.
He went all the way around.
And that was not a tire problem for Marcus. He was just going high to try to miss Marlin, and they got together. And Sterling's car has stopped now at the beginning of pit road. He could not turn it.
They did indeed have a loose left rear wheel.
And he just hit the wall. He just hit the wall hard, Matt.
And
around goes Gilliland.
And everybody else gets on the brakes.
I think they're running over parts over there. I see parts flying everywhere.
And a wheel goes over the fence into a camper area. And, a lot of damage to Gilliland.
I think he hit the wheel.
I believe so.
I think he hit the wheel and launched it. Goes in the corner here. Oh, yeah, the whole wheel just comes off.
But Darrell, I didn't see any hub or axle. It looked as if maybe the center broke out of the wheel.
Well, I can't get a good enough look at it to tell.
But Mike, I think you're right. I think Gilliland hit that tire and wheel.
Let's see what happens here. Yeah, you see the center of the tire. The wheel is gone.
Well, the only way we're going to find out, we're going to have to go over to the infield and dig it out of that camper tent that it went over into.
Man, look at the guys.
And it did bounce off the hood of Gilliland's car. It's still going. Photographer scramble. And it just missed the folks up on that scaffold. So hopefully everyone okay there. Look in the right-hand corner of your screen as David Gilliland spins and bam! Hood and windshield.
Amazing.
Brian Vickers has climbed out of his car. He is okay.
has changed yet again. More grip.
So everyone is big spin for Jimmie Johnson, and he hits hard.
Yep, finally. Hey, I mean, he has just been hanging on.
A lot of damage to that car.
It has been a rough 2 weeks for Jimmie Johnson at Charlotte Motor Speedway. It has been a rough season. The first 6 races this year, 3 wins. In the last 6 races, no wins, 2 DNFs, and an average finish of 19th.
It's just been it's incredible how many times this car has been wrecked this year.
That was just totally on his own.
Oh, that's a hard hit. Man, saw it wiggle just a little bit, Larry, like it started to push. When it pushed, then the car caught and the back end came around and he smacked the heck out of that fence. See right there, and he just can't, the car is so loose and so free, he can't hang on to it. Of course, you know, Larry, there's the other thing, the leader right behind him, probably pushing as hard as he could, trying not to go a lap down.
Dale Jarrett and Jeff Gordon at it. We got a wreck in turn 2. Oh, and a terrible wreck. One car is absolutely disintegrated as Johnny Benson clobbered a car coming down off, and Ricky Craven has been caught up in it. But in the wall. In just a moment, it's going to start to descend across the track. It's down off the 24-degree banking at about maybe 14, 15 degrees, and here it comes. And Craven didn't take it full. He took it on the side of the car and then slid up the track.
50 miles to go.
Kyle Busch takes off again.
good thing for Kenseth in that 17. He was able to drop to the bottom before they slammed the door on him going through 1 and 2.
Casey Kane flying around the outside. He got 2 in turn 2 in that number 4. Battling Stenhouse and Logano. In the wall. 2 cars hard right behind them. And 3. Gilliland, Newman, Mark Martin.
I'm okay.
Boy, that was a heavy lick. Sound like Mark Martin.
We just had talked about David Gilliland in that 34 sitting up there in the top 10. His night will come to an end.
So we can see what sparked this incident.
All right, here's David Gilliland right in the center of the white car.
Mark Martin in the 5 on the outside.
Yeah, here we go, down in the corner. Getting 3 wide, getting in there. Mark was sailing it off in there on the outside of Gilliland. Boy, look at Ryan Newman. He almost got, his car went up in the air.
There's really nowhere for Newman in the 39 to go.
No.
Now Gilliland's car starts to come around, but look, Carl Edwards is right underneath him, Darrell.
Yeah, I think what happened is, I think Mark went on the outside of Gilliland on the 34, and it sucked the back of that 34 around and got it into Mark Martin is what happened.
He and Mark were running 7th and 8th.
It's a pretty hard impact for Mark Martin with somebody like the 34 car riding him into that wall.
That green car earlier, that 18 car.
Trouble again, guys. Got in the 24. Yo! Man, Jeff Gordon took a lick.
Yes, he did.
Jeff Burton took a lick.
And they're still wrecking Allmendinger, Robbie Gordon.
Boy, I don't feel good about Jeff Gordon at all. That was a hard nose-in lick right there.
Jeff is all right looking at the remains of his car. Comes across right in front of Allmendinger. Oh, that's a hard hit.
Oh, it is.
Even though it's the safer barrier.
Oh,
that's a hard hit.
That really scared me there for a moment. I'm glad he's okay. Got out fine.
And you know, just watching Tony Raines get loose there, we talked about that in our keys to the race. Easy on the restarts, down on low air pressure.
From Jeff Burton. Let's see how much of this he gets.
Still there. Come on. Easy.
They took out some good cars.
Brad Keselowski's car is destroyed.
Chase Elliott.
And Chase Elliott. What started out to be a routine caution for fluid on the track. Oh my God.
Boy, heavy damage to
I'm pretty sure that's oil from that 33 car, because those cars just went crazy.
Had to be. Now the wreck's already happened. No,
gosh.
something happened to Chase Elliott.
He may have blown up. There was huge fire underneath the hood of that car.
I think the oil may have come from the 24, or certainly we know that there was fire and fluid underneath the 24.
Wow, I'm not sure what happened. Look at all the fire. Look under here.
Oh, man.
That thing grenaded.
Boy.
Unbelievable.
And Brad Keselowski will tell you nowhere to go.
Yeah, he switched lanes. I had somebody underneath me. Darn, he came right in front of us, man. Sorry, guys. Something broke. I'm going to go find out. Switched lanes. I was stuck in oil and couldn't do nothing.
Oh, yeah, just lost control of the car. Couldn't avoid him.
Slid through the oil right into the back of Chase Elliott.
Casey Kane is at it.
Oh, trouble front straight away. 3 wide and 2 cars pile hard into the wall.
That's a terrible wreck. Mark Martin got into I think it was maybe the 43 of Almirola. They came together, and that really created this huge crash.
They were 3 wide at the start-finish line, Darrell, and none of those 3 drivers would give. That's Jeff Gordon, along with Eric Almirola and Mark Martin in a hard crash. Bobby Labonte also has damage.
You'll see Almirola. Here's Jeff Gordon, Almirola right in there.
And here's Mark Martin just
right
ahead
here.
of them.
And I think what Almirola does is Almirola comes under Mark as they come out of the turn 4 area and get down here into the tri-oval. You see you're going to get 3 wide right here. They start down through here. Almirola's got a nice run. He's up along the side of Mark. Jeff Gordon up on the outside over here. And right here, it looks like Mark maybe gets a little loose or maybe cuts down trying to make that dog leg and gets into the side of Almirola. And I thought these cars were going to go over right here. They got up in the air pretty good.
And Mark came up into Ricky Stenhouse, Casey Mears, and Bobby Labonte involved.
Yeah, this is Stenhouse down here, Bobby Labonte down here.
You're riding with Stenhouse.
21 still in there. Watch those 3 white cats ahead of you here. Watch it here.